Christiansborg Castle in Copenhagen is the site of a dinner in honor of Kings Felipe and Letizia, who are in the Kingdom of Denmark on their first state visit to the Scandinavian country since being proclaimed monarch in 2014. An evening that includes a tiara parade and impressive decorations conclude the first day of their stay, which began a few minutes before 2 in the afternoon on Monday, November 6, when they landed at the airport, and will last until the following Wednesday 8. 3 days with a rich program aimed at strengthening bilateral relations between the two territories, in which it is clear that we are united by close ties of friendship and belonging to a common European project, as emphasized by the monarch Margaret of Denmark, the oldest queen in Europe and the only reigning queen since the death of Elizabeth II on September 8, 2022, is the hostess of this state dinner, also joined by Crown Princes Frederick and Mary, and Princess Benedicta, sister of the monarch. In addition, authorities, representatives of Danish and Spanish companies, as well as cultural and sports figures such as Michael Laudrup, who was a player for Real Madrid and FC Barcelona, and cyclist Jonas Vingegaard, winner of the Tour de France in 2022 and 2023. For this evening, Queen Letizia, in a dark blue dress by Felipe Varela, chose one of the most important pieces of jewelry from the Spanish royal family's jeweler, the tiara, created in 1906 by the Spanish firm Serena in platinum and diamonds, with loops depicting the Bourbon heraldic lily connected by diamond-shaped vegetal motifs. This tiara was a gift to Alfonso in 2017 during a gala dinner held at the Royal Palace in honor of the Argentine president. The last time he wore it was just 2 years ago during a gala dinner in Sweden. Crown Princess Mary chose a blue gown embroidered with beads by Lasse Spangenberg, fitted at the waist and transparent at the upper chest. This is a very important creation for her, as it is what she wore in the official portraits taken for her 50th birthday on February 5, 2022. She first wore the tiara at Queen Margaret's 75th birthday celebrations, an event also attended by Don Felipe and Dona Letizia. Before entering the dinner, the hosts and the kings of Spain personally greeted the guests, who little by little took their seats in the dining room. As the participants arrived, an incident occurred. One of the soldiers fainted and collapsed to the ground. A few seconds later, 2 of his comrades evacuated him. He is a member of the Royal Danish Den Kongelige Livgarde, a regiment founded by Frederick III on June 30, 1658, which now performs ceremonial and security duties for the Royal House of Denmark. The evening menu consists of sea soufflé with barragill vegetables, fallow deer leg from Trend, the region where the royal family has a hunting lodge and likes to vacation, with cabbage timbal, cherry grayson, where they spend their summers, and gravener sauce, mushroom and watercress pie from Eshermso and Concord pie. As for the soundtrack of the evening, performed by the musical group Royal Life Guards with Spanish notes, it includes the passable Lamparita Roca by Jamie Texadora, Viva la Vida by Coldplay, March of Sorella by Charles Burrell-Clerk, Reliquary by Jose Padilla. The state banquet coincides with a significant date for the royals, the 20th anniversary of their marriage proposal, held on November 6, 2003 at 12:30 p.m. at El Pardo Palace. They were photographed in the garden, walked hand in hand and appeared together for the first time in front of more than 300 accredited journalists. The then Prince of Asturias and journalist Letitia Ortiz said they met by chance more than a year ago and wanted to have more than 2 children and less than 5. 6 months later, it was in Denmark, where they attended the wedding of Princes Federico and Maria, that Dona Letitia was introduced to the international royal family. In 1928, Christiansborg Castle as we know it in this era was created, but this palace had existed since 1740 and burned twice. Today it is the seat of the royal court, the state ministry and the Folketing, parliament. It is also used by the monarch for official events such as gala dinners and public audiences. In addition to these events, it is open to the public and its 5 locations are highlighted: the royal receptions with the Great Hall and the Queen's tapestries, the royal stables, the royal banqueting kitchen, the ruins and the church. King Felipe's words about the Princess of Asturias and Prince Christian. During a dinner held in the Great Hall, where a huge U-shaped table was set, the head of state gave a speech in which the great affection that exists between both royal houses was evident. He called Margaret's reign exemplary and recalled our shared past through the marriage of the Spanish Infanta Isabella of Austria to Christian II, a marriage that made her consort to the Queen of Denmark. In addition, he recalled the closeness and kinship and spoke of the event that the maturation of their princes has entailed in both families. A cause for common joy is also the fact that we are witnessing, almost in parallel, the important milestone that the prince's coming of age symbolizes Prince Christian and Princess Leonor, a new generation that represents the continuity and the commitment of both parliamentary monarchies, respectively to their nation, their people and their democracy. Within the European Union, Margaret of Denmark, sister of Anna Maria of Greece, Don Felipe's maternal aunt, presented the King's Order of the Elephant at Christian VI's palace in Amalienborg. It is the oldest Danish royal chivalric order, as its roots date back to the 15th century and is awarded mainly to members of the royal family and heads of state. Since 1693, the insignia consists of a figure of the aforementioned animal, made of gold with white enamel and decorated with rhombuses, on which a tower is depicted. 3 weeks ago, on October 15, on the occasion of his 18th birthday, Prince Christian, second in line of succession to the throne, received this order, which he wore on his suit during a gala dinner held the same evening. Traditionally, during state visits, knightly orders and medals are exchanged. That is why Kings Felipe and Letizia also awarded Princes Federico and Maria the Grand Cross of the Spanish Order of Isabella Catholic. It was established by Fernando VII on March 14, 1815, and its purpose is to reward those extraordinary acts of a civil nature performed by Spaniards and foreigners that benefit the nation or that appropriately contribute to the strengthening of relations, friendship and cooperation of the Spanish nation with the rest of the international community. This first day of the trip began with the Danish royal family receiving the kings with the highest honors as they stepped off the plane, and included an official reception at the palace of Christian VII, as well as a meeting between Felipe VI and Prime Minister Mette Frederiksen. In addition, before dinner, the monarch had a pleasant reunion with his godson, Prince Vincent, who is 12 years old and is the son of Frederick and Mary of Denmark. He is the twin of Princess Josephine and younger brother of Princes Christian and Isabella, who resemble Leonor de Bourbon and Infanta Sofia respectively.